Hi folks, we've been very Sheffield knives heavy the last little while on my channel, but I also have a thing for Japanese knives, and so I've got another one here from a company called Moki. And Moki were established in 1907, and I think Moki was the founder's son's nickname or something like that. Anyway, they make predominantly knives for other people. Almar knives, for example. They made Gerber knives as well in Japan, in Seki City, but under other brands. But in their own name, they've made a range of knives that goes back to 1907. But they're famous for one or two particular ones, which I don't have. They do a stainless steel one with inlays of mother of pearl and blacklit mother of pearl that's inlaid on both sides. It's really, really pretty. Not hugely expensive, and one day I no doubt will have one. But in the meantime, I have a couple of their knives. One is one I've been carrying a lot of late. I literally took this out of my pocket to put it on the screen here, hence the scraggy little lanyard. It's just I've got it in a leather pouch. This is a MKM pouch, which I'll be talking about at some point. And it can get a bit jammed in there, particularly with this big bit of metal and the two rare earth magnets on the inside of there. This can become rather attached, and so it can be slightly awkward to get out of the pouch. So I put a little tag on the end, and that just resolves the problem. Anyway, so that's what I've been carrying. It's called a pliant. Now, the pliant or pliant is a knife. It comes in various materials. This one is thuya wood, which is a burl wood, very beautiful. But I've done a separate video on this, which you may have seen recently. They come in three sizes. This is the largest of the three. They do one called the Glory, and then one called the Meek, and they vary between. This one's 3 inches. The Meek has a 3-inch blade. The Meek has a 2-inch blade, and the Glory is 2.5 or thereby. Which are nice. I went. They're all locked back, so they're all illegal in the UK to carry as an everyday knife. So I just went for the biggest one, and I carry it just in the house. In hand, it is, as I say, there's a separate video on that. But the one I'm going to show you today, and I'm going to leave that on screen, just to give you an idea of size. This one is the smallest knife that Moki make. And that's it. That's it. This is the case that it comes in. This also comes in a nice leather slip, actually. But this one comes in a little lace thing with a neck thong to hang it around your neck. And you get it out of this. You keep the case on it. Oops. Let me do this on the camera. So to get it out, you pull it out and you just let the case stay on the thong. Let that dangle. And this is a tiny little knife. Now, it will obviously look small, but let's give you a comparison. Now I'm going to compare this. My usual comparator is a Swiss Army 93mm knife. Today, my comparator is going to be a classic SD. And you'll see that even against the classic SD, this looks like a tiny little knife. And the reason for that is because it is a tiny little knife. In real number terms, this knife is 1 and 5/8 inches long. And when it's open, it's 2 3/4 inches with a blade of 1 1 3/16, something like that, length, and a cutting edge of 3/4 of an inch. 5/8, 7/8 of an inch, 7/8 of an inch. Let's go for that. Let's be generous. Sometimes I think the numbers are difficult to work through. You know, the difference between a 1 and a bit inch and a 2-inch bladed knife and so on. It sounds a bit esoteric, but when you get down to this small, honestly, this is a tiny, tiny little knife. Of course, if it was a lockback, it would still be an illegal offensive weapon to carry in the UK, but it isn't. It's a slip joint. It has a solid stainless steel, or well, it's not solid, it's not integral. It has stainless steel scales, stainless steel spring, and a steel, I can't remember what the blade is, Oz 8, I think. Yeah, it doesn't say. It just says Moki Japan. It doesn't really matter. I mean, this isn't a hard use knife, and no one's going to pretend that it is. What it also is an absolute fingerprint magnet. You literally can't look at it without it getting fingerprints on it. Comes in this, I think it's actually leather cord necklace thing with a little split ring. But of course the handle here is inlaid with mother of pearl and 3 little pieces of black lip mother of pearl. It glows beautifully if you get the light right on it. And how exactly that's going to work with this, I don't know, because you can easily just become completely blown out. It is a practical knife. It can be used, you know, it's as a parcel opener or anything like that. God, it's fingerprinty already. But anyway, I just think it's a lovely little thing. Will I ever carry it? I doubt it. I mean, you could put it as a keyring knife. Problem is, I wouldn't want to get it bashed up. You could carry it as a neck knife, but I don't know. It's not really my style. A lady could wear it as a bit of jewellery on its own, without the leather sheath. I suspect. You know, it would look. It would look quite lovely, hanging just as a pendant. It's called the Moki Pendant, by the way. So, you know, you could, if you wanted to wear that as a bit of jewellery, it would do. But I just like it. It's just a lovely little thing. It's not practical like its big brother there. In fact, I think it's totally impractical. But it's Morris. What's his name? Morris, the founder of the Garden Village movement. He said, have nothing in your house that you don't know to be useful or believe to be beautiful. So this may not be useful, but it's certainly beautiful. And so it gets to stay in my house. So, there we go. This was complete drivel. Definitely. Sure it was. But if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of this, and there's nothing more absurd than this, I can assure you, but if you'd like to see more of this stuff, then please feel free to subscribe and remember to ring the notifications bell, because if you don't, you won't get notified of other videos. But anyway, thank you very much. Bye.